poking peanut M&Ms.
See, we just get here and Stevie's talking about poking things, and at least he kept it clean. Hello, everybody. It is 9:42. I'm late. No. This is the drink of choice.
Oh, liberal.
Pepsi. Wow, what a cocksucker. I'm more American than you. Red, white, and blue. Ha ha.
Yeah, but I'm sure I got somebody's weird name on here. Maybe not. Nope.
So it's another Friday night without Ohio, who actually said, Mike, try it on your phone to have this chat on my phone, which I've never tried to do before. And I tried it because I don't know, somebody told me or I heard wrong or whatever, they had to have X amount of subscribers or whatever. And obviously they were wrong, but anywho, no big deal. The big deal is that friggin' it's Ohio's idea. I put the link in the chat, in our text chat. Oh, can somebody invite Shalisa, please? Can one of you guys invite Shalisa?
I'll let Stevie try it. I
So,
think she's in West Virginia, though.
oh, she's still in West Virginia?
I think.
I thought she
Because
was in Kentucky.
I saw her Facebook post.
No, I think she went down to meet Steve's family.
Oh, all right.
Oh, really? Ooh, getting serious.
All right, well, let's not bother her down in West Virginia then.
Then she'll be mad. She probably would have had the whole family on the live chat.
Right. So it's Ohio's idea. He's always pissing him on when I don't do chats anymore. And he missed last week, didn't he?
No, he was here.
Oh, no, he was here. All right, shit. God damn it, I hate when I'm wrong. Especially when it's about me.
Hey, that don't happen very often, right?
Fuck me. Look at there's an oval behind my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the same. We must be in the same cabin.
That just means I'm an angel.
Yeah, I got a halo over mine.
I wish. That's my wood stove behind me. See how far away that stack looks over the back of my head? That's approximately 3 feet.
Hey, there we go. You can see my. That door doesn't look too bad. I fixed it.
I got some good news. Anyways, let me say hello to our good buddy.
Meeting outside.
Right. Yeah, bro, it's such a pleasure to see you. I promise. I will text you if you're still here. Things have just been not good. Put it to you this way: I haven't picked up a fishing rod yet, unless you want to count the one time I went ice fishing. So in 2025, I've gone fishing. If you want to count ice fishing, I've gone once. So
my uncle went tonight and got skunked.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Still had a good time though, and got my my cousin out of the house.
Exactly.
He had a surprise massive heart attack a few years ago, and it kind of really put the fear of getting out of the house in him.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you need to get out.
Did I ever tell you the story about my father's heart attack?
I don't
Did he just lay there and wait it out like somebody else we know?
3 hours.
Oh wow.
He sat in the
running the family.
Sat in the recliner, right? Sits in the recliner. And my stepmom, God rest her soul, she is saying to him, he wakes up, ooh. And he's not, you know, by any stretch of imagination, a wuss.
Right.
And so
I'm sorry,
she knows there's something wrong. And she goes, honey, did you sleep the wrong way? He says, no, it's my shoulder. She says, exactly. That's why I said it. Did you like lean to one side and like, whatever? No, I woke up just the way I am. she says, well, why don't you come to bed? No, I'm going to sit here. He says, because if I stay awake, I don't want to keep you up. She says, okay. So he thinks she goes back to sleep. No. She's giving. She says, you have that medicine? You want me to? No, I don't want that. Anyways, long story short, 3 hours later, you know how you see it on the videos. 3 hours later, 3 hours later, she says, Michael, I've heard enough. She calls the EMTs. They told him he was having a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
So he's going through his shit, and he comes out of everything. He's off all the shit, and he's just laying there. Now I can talk to him. And I said, "Hey, how are you?" He says, "Good, good, good." I go, "Don't you ever give me a lecture about not listening to people ever again, as long as you live." He goes, "You're an asshole." I says, "Yep, but I was taught by the best." Because that's just how Chad and I are. We can hustle around like that, and still get our point across.
Right.
So, calling the kettle black, I'm laying in bed, thinking I'm having a heart attack, and she's like, "You got 10 minutes to feel better," and I'm like, "Okay." Because I couldn't talk. I mean, I could talk, but it was like, it felt like someone was sitting on me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like,
I'm
okay.
surprised she didn't hook you up to the blood pressure stuff.
Right? So yeah. So I was feeling better. So then I forget where we all were. And she brings it up. Right? And so she says, "Oh, well, we thought Michael was having a heart attack the other night, blah, 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 blah." He's, And so one of my brothers says, "Well, did he go get checked out?" And she says, "Nope, he wouldn't go." My old man says, what's the matter with you? Why wouldn't you go? I go, "This coming from fucking you. He's going to say something to me." I go, "I don't go to the fucking hospital doctors until the last gun is fired." And I don't. I just won't. I mean, it's probably, why is there a money symbol on my thing? Do I owe money to this thing?
I don't know.
No, like, do I owe money? Are they charging me?
Who? They're just trying to get you to upgrade.
Oh, okay.
You're putting the link out in the comments there, I think.
No, I'm not.
It says new to streaming or looking to level up, check out StreamYard and get $10 discount. And then there's a link out there, but maybe it's not this link. I don't know.
We'll click on it, see what happens.
Okay.
No, it's going to take you to StreamYard, and they're going to want you to pay for the monthly.
Yeah, okay.
So you can get 7 people on there that never show up until you get rid of it, and then they start showing up.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, hey, get in here. Don't mess around. A few weeks ago, I went and had an hour out of it. Look, I know, buddy. It's not. I clicked it. All right. Thank you, sir. Are you coming in, or are you with family?
He's at work.
Oh, he's at work. I must have missed one.
He's eating
at work, getting ready to leave. No need to bust my balls. Oh, yeah. I went back and watched from the beginning. Listen, I'm not breaking balls. It's not breaking balls if it's the truth. Does that sound right?
Yep.
Okay, good. I didn't see your first post, Ohio. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Did you? Holy shit.
Ago.
2 times in one chat. Mike said he was sorry. Andy said he was wrong in the same freaking chat.
I'm telling you, my life's changing. People just don't get it.
No kidding. The cabin's doing you good.
Dude,
Yeah, congratulations on the cabin, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I get I have more peace up here.
Oh, instantly.
And I mean, I'm not in the middle of nowhere. Well, the town is. Actually, the town's not even in the middle of nowhere. It's just that it only has like 3,500 people with one blinking red light. But it's just in my area on the 70 acres that we have. There's got to be on the 70 acres we're using 30 of it with buildings, cottages and so. I mean, it's like my cousin Janine's right beside me. She's only, 30 yards away. I got another cottage over here on my other side. I got people across the street. I have my brother up in the hill.
That's cool, though.
But so it's not like in the middle of the woods anywhere, all by myself. But it's just because I grew up here. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is the place where, I don't know if you guys remember me telling you the story that the last day of school we got in the car and we came here.
Right.
And I didn't see my house until the day before the Monday, Labor Day Monday.
That's cool. That's the same tradition we have here, and a lot of families head up north.
And Jonathan and my wife says to me, Michael, you're on his ass. I go, yeah, I know shit I'm on my ass because he's not on his ass because he won't listen to me. And I don't want him to get hurt. I says, but the weird part is I want to start videotaping him while we're up north. She says, why? I says, he's different. She says, what do you mean he's different? I go, he doesn't get up on his own to go to the bathroom. I go, he doesn't, I think I'll just, get up and walk around and, like he does here and follow everything. And she says, and what's this about the stove and him dying? Oh, I said, oh, did he say that to you? I says, because I told him you cannot walk in this cottage without me or your mother helping you walk. Because if you trip and fall, hit that stove, you're going right to heaven. I goes, but I goes, knock on it. You tell me. So we knocked on it.
All you hear is clink.
I go, how do you think your head's going to pair against that thing? I said, that ain't hitting a chair. The chair's going to move when you hit. That's why you don't get hurt when you hit a chair. I go, because the chair moves. That ain't moving. Okay, Dad.
So the neighbors are shooting off fireworks.
But just to back everything up, see that stovepipe?
Yeah.
How far away does it look?
Like right there.
Looks like you're right on it.
Right, I am. Okay, good. So here's my Coleman cot.
Oh, cool.
So I said to myself, I said, so you see these chairs? I'll put these chairs in front of the cot just in case he doesn't listen to his father, so he can't come this way. And then I'm right in front of the stove.
Good idea.
You know what I mean? That way there's no fucking possible way. And I do it all the time,
Right on.
Since we've been here, since we've been here. I'm gonna tear up a rug tomorrow because the fucking mouth smell is killing me.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Yep, so I'm gonna tear up that rug. I already cleaned. Let me see. I did the toilet. Did all that. I did some blowing of the pine needles. This got to be fucking a good 6 inches of fucking pine needles out in the yard, and I'm blowing them.
Mm-hmm.
And last week I raked, and I got a blister the size of a fucking quarter on my thumb.
That always happens to me. I could wear a glove and it'll still freaking happen.
Well, I didn't wear gloves. My dog's like, Dad, you should have bought a pair of gloves. So I bought a pair of gloves today.
Okay.
But we have a little dump area for like pine needles and small brush and all that, and leaves and stuff and such. So I was throwing all the shit in the back of my truck and taking it up. But I brought the blower up this week. Tomorrow I got to get up on the roof because there's an equal amount of pine needles on the roof, so I can't really light the stove until
Right.
all that's all squared away. So I'll do that tomorrow. Steve,
I actually got chilly sleeping last night. It got cool here.
Yeah, it's kind of cool here tonight. Steve,
Wow.
you gotta come to New Hampshire because I bought a chainsaw off a Fingerhut of all places, and it didn't come together. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I can put the fucking thing together. I've never put a chainsaw together in my life. They all came in the fucking thing already. All you do is put the bar oil in it, the fucking gas, and I think it's a 3-to-1 ratio or 5-to-1 ratio with gas to oil.
50 to 1. 50 to 1 nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And so, but this one, I put the chain on, I did all that, but I don't know if I'm turning it the wrong way. I turned it both ways. The tensioner, and I can't seem to get the chain to tension.
Are you sure the little pin is in the hole on the bar?
Well, maybe that's not why it's not working. All right, I'll have to look at that tomorrow. Because I got some shit I got to cut. Well, I'd like to cut. Maybe not tomorrow, but I got to cut it. So
make sure the bottom teeth on the chain are pointing at the chainsaw.
Yeah. No, I knew that.
Been there, done that. Whoops.
But
I don't cut very good at all with them backwards.
Yeah, I don't even know if I have to sharpen the chain.
Not right out of the box, but it won't last real long. They're okay right out of the box, but it's not the best sharpening job that you can do.
I'll take it to a fucking shop and a guy because I ain't got the time or effort to fucking do
it. And please don't whack your shins with it.
I remember watching my father do it as I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. I says, Dad, can't we just start the the other chainsaw? He says, well, we can, but it doesn't. There's something wrong with the clutch. I go, oh. I said, well, did you ever notice that when we're running the chainsaw, the bugs aren't around?
Yeah, not as bad.
He goes, yeah. And I said, well, I go, if we start that, I won't be getting eaten by bugs because he tied a string on the first one he did, and then he just pulled the chain. You know what I'm saying? So he knew where he ended, where to end. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I don't have the patience.
You got to get the angle right, or you're just making it worse.
Yeah, Craig, I'll try that, bro.
They make some real simple little devices, a little flat thing that your file clips in, and it kind of does everything for you. It's got a line on there to show you what angle and all that stuff.
Why won't it let me bring him up?
He's up.
I'm up.
Oh, okay.
He's just in the dark in his escape car. What's up, Ohio?
Not a whole lot, man. Just getting the hell out of here. Had enough of this shit for one day.
Yeah.
People are crazy. But that's job security for me, right?
Yeah.
You want crazy? I'm at Boston Medical Center Wednesday. Me, the wife, and the boy. I'm only supposed to be seeing 2 people. Now I'm seeing 3. Because the connection from his feeding tube to his stomach didn't look so good. So we talked to the doctor, and she said, you know what, just get on the 3rd floor. She says, they'll check it out and say, send him over down there. So now we're leaving. You walk out the doctor's office, hanging left, the elevators are right there.
And just like that, he takes his hand off the microphone and you can hear him.
There's this lady that she's got to be in her 70s. She's in a wheelchair. And she says, oh, not another one. I says, what's the matter? She said, this is the 4th elevator that I can't get on. I go, why not? She says, oh, it's too full. I says, well, guess what? This is what it is. I can promise you'll be on the next one. So how are you going to do that? I said, no worries. And my wife goes, you're not going to. I said, of course I am. Don't ask me. I'm not going to. You know I'm going to do it. Next elevator shows up. There's like fucking 8 people on it. I look in. I hold the door. I wouldn't let the thing go. Okay, here's the situation. I have a, and I call her a young lady, right? But I goes, there's a nice young lady right here in a wheelchair. Apparently, she's not, she missed like 4 elevators because, people are too much in a rush nowadays and they don't care about people. And I go, so here's the deal. And I says, oh, and by the way, I got my boy in a wheelchair too. I go, somebody's getting off this elevator or it's not going to go down. I go, because this young lady's getting on first, and then I got to make sure she gets on first. I says, and then if there's room, then I'll get on with my boy. 5 people.
Did everybody get off?
5 people get off the thing. I'm like, see, there is nice people in the world. I says, it's just too bad that I had to ask you to do it. Is that me?
I fucked those other 3 the whole elevator ride?
No. So here's what happens, right?
Daggers.
So the 3 of them were together that stayed on there, right? So they all huddled in the corner. So the woman got in with the elevator with the wheelchair. She got in, and we put my son's wheelchair right beside hers. My wife and I stood behind each of the wheelchairs, and I yell out to the people, okay, like 4 more areas, 3 more areas, and get on here if you like. So they did. The lady says to my wife, can I take him home with me? And my wife goes, that could be possible. Could be possible.
Yeah, my
And
wife.
so-
Anyone says that to my wife goes, no takebacks though. No returns.
So now the humanity really, I wanted to cry because you get downstairs, get off the elevator, walk right out the door. Guy came in, I don't know, mother, whoever, couldn't walk worth a shit. And so my wife yells out, hey, do you need a wheelchair? And the guy says, yes. I'm like, okay, Jake, get up. Get my kid out of the wheelchair. I said, Gina, grab him. She grabbed him. I gave the wheelchair to the guy, and the guy's looking at me going, I said, I don't own the chair. I said, it's the hospital chair. I said, but, she needs the chair. Take it. It's all good, bro. I said, my car's right there. I said, it's all good. He said, oh, thanks, man. I got another lady from, where did she say she was from? I don't know, way out of state in the Midwest somewhere. No, it wasn't Michigan. And so she's holding the door open for us. And I'm like, thank you. And then the lady in the wheelchair that I helped, sitting on the sidewalk. And I said, you have a ride coming? And she says, oh, it's across the street. I said, I'll give you a hand. She says, no, you've helped me enough. Da, 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 da. She says, you just take care of your son. Da, da, da. I said, okay. So my wife goes to pay the valet people. I'm getting the boy in the car, right? I get him in the car. I just look to my left. She's still standing in the crosswalk because the cocksuckers won't let her cross the street.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, I'm sorry. So it's not really a street, but it's like a. So
Like
where
a
the valet
driveway.
is, Craig. I don't know if you know where. I don't know, Craig. Albany Street to Boston Medical. The entrance right beside the ambulance entrance, right? You know that little alley brings you back out to the behind the Shapiro building to the other ones. Anyways, technically it's a street, but they're not. They're not flying. You can't. It's more of an alley. You know what I mean? Anywho, they're not letting her cross. I said, Bud, put your seatbelt on. Yeah, we'll get a seatbelt on. I says, okay. Close the door. I yell over at my wife, babe, I'll be right back. And she goes, oh my God. I says, come with me. Right? So I had my hand on the thing, and she's doing her thing, but I had my hand on the chair. And I walk out in the middle of the fucking traffic. Right? I said, stay here. I walk on the other traffic. Guy blows his horn. He has no choice but to stop. I flip him off. I go, come on, hon, we're good. Got right to her car, right? Well, her van, rather. Get right to the van. She goes, can you please come home with me? And I said, listen, I go, don't think the rest of the world is all like this. I said, there are nice people in this world. I go, she says, yeah. She says, look, you guys with the wheelchair, will leave the door open for all of us? I go, exactly. I says, these people suck. You know why? Because they probably all live in the city. They're all probably.
Because they're all from fucking Boston.
Well, there's different sections of the city of Boston, right? So you got Mattapan, you got Roxbury, you got Charleston.
All the same, Mikey. All the same.
But
I've been there.
Anyway, so now the valet guys see what's going on, right? And even them, they're like, I go, dude, what is it with people? He goes, oh, they just suck. I'm like, no shit, you know? So the guy's rolling by. Now the guy, he's waiting. He's trying to get my attention, the driver. He's trying to get my attention. I'm walking back to my car, and the valet guy goes, hey, dude, he wants you. I snap my head back. And I go running over those. I go, you want to talk to me? He says, well, what the hell? You just walk out in front of me. I says, you're going to sit there and tell me you didn't see that lady in a wheelchair sitting in the crosswalk? Yeah, I did. I said, what do you think? You're waiting on a goddamn bus? I go, you couldn't let her cross? I said, you're a piece of shit. I said, get out of here while you still can. Just go. And my wife's like, get in the car. Yeah, I can't stand going to hospitals in Boston.
Well, hats off to you. That's awesome.
And Craig couldn't be more than, meet me outside could not be more than right. Okay, we are not all the same in the state of Massachusetts.
Thank God.
All right. Oh shit! It's crazy. It's crazy Scotsman.
Hey, Scotsman.
Hey, Scotsman.
By the way, I can't see the chat, so please don't think I'm ignoring you out there.
Yeah, me neither.
I know. How come I'm the only one who can see the chat?
I can see it.
I can't figure out which button to hit.
I didn't have to. It just popped up on its own.
Cool.
Well, that's because you're the kingpin here.
Yeah,
Hey, Stevie, do you have a comment section on your thing?
We can get it if we click a button, but we lose the
Video.
the video of everybody. But if we can still hear everybody.
But the thing is, then when you try to back up and go back to the video, it makes you go out and come back in.
Oh, all right.
So then you end up in the trunk.
Oh. Yeah, so it's, we are different, Ohio. I'm going to tell you what.
Well, I'm just generalizing, man.
I know you are. But when
I was up there, though, everybody that I talked to was kind of an asshole. So that's,
right. But what I'm trying to say to you is that the same comparison is this. Going from Cleveland, it's like trying to compare Cleveland to Chillicothe, right?
Oh, yeah. Everybody in Cleveland's assholes, too. They're all assholes up
That's
here.
What I'm saying,
I can't stand to live up here.
Right. So the rest of the state, I mean, for the most part, it is when you stay out of the major cities, you're all set.
Like Hank Williams Jr. said, you only get mugged if you go downtown.
Right? Now, I've only been the furthest western city. Well, there's more cities, but the very large city is Springfield, Mass. And I haven't been out there. I think the last time I stayed in Springfield, we were doing it was for football when I was coaching Papuano. And we were there for the weekend. But I mean, we didn't have any, I didn't have any issues with people. I mean, the hotel staff was nice, all the people, you know what I mean? But the other cities, Lowell's right beside me. I can't stand the city. My wife loves it. Oh, we should move to Lowell. I says, we should get divorced. It's, I'm like, hon, I go, what part of Lowell's has like 110,000 people living, okay?
Too many.
We have about 35,000, 36,000 people living there. Okay. The next town over, they call it's Methuen, right? They have about 65,000 people in their town. Way too many fucking people on within a 20-minute ride. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
For me, listen, there are a lot of people that like commotion. There are a lot of people that love the hustle and the bustle, and that's fine. I mean, it's whatever you like. That's just not me. You know, I mean, I don't need my closest neighbor to be 4 miles away, but I don't want that rat race either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, everybody says, well, you got all the conveniences in the city. But the thing is, you're stuck in traffic so long. It takes you as long to drive 2 miles than it does for me to drive 20 miles.
Well, and what sucks too now is Boston being so, you know, let's help out the let's help out the cyclists and all them. We're gonna give them a bike lane the size of a fucking that you can drive a truck down.
Yeah.
And if a vehicle hits the fucking bike lane, even though there isn't a fucking biker in it, oh, you're in the bike lane, here's a ticket. No,
yep.
I can't do that.
Yeah, but the biker doesn't have to stay in the bike lane. He can bike in any lane he wants.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I didn't get
and blow stop signs and red lights.
I didn't get a ticket, but so one day I went around the cop, and of course I went in the. So there's a right turn lane only, there's a straight lane, and then there's a left lane only turn. Okay, so technically 3 lanes, right? In between the right-hand turn lane only and the straight lane is the bike lane, right? And this particular bike lane is only about 6 feet wide, all right? Which to me, 6 foot wide bike lane is still too much. So, anyways, I go around this vehicle that's, you know, not supposed to be parked there, but it had lights on it. So I go around. I didn't realize there was a cop behind me. So I take my right, and I've never, ever, ever in all my years of driving, I'd never been stopped by a city cop. You know, major city cop, you know, Boston or whatever. Never. And I said, I pulled. My wife says, "What did you do?" I said, so he says, "Hey, he says, listen." He goes, "Those bike lanes that you were in," he says, "those are for bikes, not for SUVs." I go, "Well, okay." I said, "But when I looked in my mirror, I says there were no bikes. There are no bikes ahead of me." And I says, "And I wanted to go around that vehicle to keep the traffic flowing." I says, "I got a question for you." He says, "What?" I says, "You're stopping me, yet you didn't see what was going on with the guy with the hazard lights. You might have needed a tow, you might have needed help with something."
Hey, they like them moving violations. They get more money.
Oh, yeah. So I said to him, he says, "When you got your driver's license," I goes, "Before you were born." Yeah, go ahead. He goes, he goes, "Do you remember what white solid lines meant?" I said, "Yep, do not cross." I goes, "Now I have a question for you." He says, "What?" I go, "Did you ever get on 93? He says, "Yeah." He says, he says, I go up 93 quite a lot, especially on the weekends. He says, "I got people that live near the New Hampshire border." I said, "Well, that's where I live." I go, "So let me ask you a question." He says, "What?" I said, "Has your vehicle ever gone over 65 miles an hour?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, it's not supposed to. Just like I'm not supposed to cross a white solid line." I said, "But sometimes you do it, right?" I go, "But it doesn't mean that the sky's falling. So what's going on? Are we really going to give me a ticket for?" He said, "Yep." I said, "Thank you. Just give me the ticket."
Really?
Just give me the ticket.
Jeez.
I said, "Just give me the ticket." He goes, I said, "I don't even give a shit if you write it up for $1,000. Doesn't even bother me." I said, "You just disgusted me." You know? And I'm like, I wasn't. It wasn't like I was traveling, and you can't because it's not wide enough, really. You know what I mean? You're gonna hit people. You know what I'm saying? There's no
Well,
proper way.
it's not like you sped up to pass a driving car,
Right. That's
you know,
what I'm
because
saying,
you
right?
were in a rush.
Yeah, and you can't really travel in that lane. Now, this city called Somerville, Mass. What they have is on one street, anyways, which I think is kind of cool. Is they have a lane for bikes and buses. So this fucking thing is huge, right? And it's all painted green, right? But it helps because now you're not stopping when the city bus stops. You know what I mean? It's keeping
Yeah.
the traffic. It's keeping the traffic going. You know.
Yeah, I hate getting stuck behind a city bus, especially when they're downtown because they stop on every other
Yeah.
corner.
And you can't really. You want to go around them, but you got to wait,
Can't.
obviously. But yeah, and it's just like
People won't let you.
yeah, you know.
And you can't
it's
get
like-
up enough speed to cut anybody off.
But it's the weirdest thing, I think.
You know what I can't stand?
What's that, Ohio?
I can't stand when someone says they have a list on their desk, and then when they want to release it, they try to tell us there is no list because that motherfucker is on the list. So that's what I can't fucking stand.
Are you still on that bike?
Yeah. I don't know why everyone's talking about it. There's no reason to talk about Epstein. There's no reason to.
He ain't on that list. The Democrats
The
would have
fuck
released it
he
years
ain't.
ago. The
Listen to me.
Democrats would have used that
Listen to
against
me.
him.
Listen to
Hey,
me closely.
listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. It's already been documented. He took an underage girl with Jeffrey Epstein into the Atlantic City Trump casino, and the guy who ran the casino for Trump testified against it because he was pissed because that's how you get your gambling license taken away. So he was pissed at Trump.
Is that the casino that Trump kicked Epstein out of?
No,
Okay.
he kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago like 5 years later.
I have
This
a
happened
question.
in the late 80s.
I have a question for Ohio.
Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Does it inside your head, does it feel like the squirrel cage is still spinning, yet the squirrel is going, fuck you, I got out?
In my head, no. In my head, there's nothing but the truth in my head, man. I have never steered you wrong, bro. You can fact check me all you want, but I've never steered you wrong.
Listen to me.
Have I?
Listen to me.
Ask
You know what?
Stevie. Stevie will tell you I've never fucking.
I'm not saying, whoa. I'm not saying you're steering anybody wrong. I'm not even implying that. I'm implying about your mental capacity.
My mental capacity. I mean,
I'm
there's
worried about it.
kids. There's kids getting fucking raped, dude, and they just want to hide this shit.
Where
That's
have
what
you
pisses
been
me off.
your entire life? Where have you been your entire life? I was just talking about this with my wife the other night. So these do-gooders.
No, what I'm sick of is, I'll tell you really what I'm sick of is being promised stuff and being on a certain train, and then having that individual just fucking pretty much turn his back and fuck everybody that voted for him.
Well, yeah, you know what that's called? You know what that's called? That's called being a politician.
That's switching bait. He's got some artery vein disease now. Let's just invoke the 25th Amendment and let's get J.D. Vance in as our president.
So
that way he can go ahead and spend his time.
Was that the patch they zoomed in on his hand?
Yeah, and his feet.
Let me tell you something. I said to my wife the other day, we were talking about this. I said to her, all these do-gooders down the south. I said they had all the statues taken down because this one had
It's going to cause a wreck.
This one means this, you know. She says, well, I have a problem with that because it was part of history. Yes, me too. I says, it doesn't mean that, you're celebrating. You know what I mean? It was part of history. I go, the same do-gooders in the Northeast don't give a shit. She says, "Oh, of course they do." I said, "No, they don't. You know why?" She says, "Why?" I says, "Well, for instance, you go to New York City and they light a giant Christmas tree and there's a fucking special on TV. They got people singing all the Christmas carols and blah, 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 blah." I said, "You know where that is?" She says, "Yeah, Rockefeller Center." I said, "Good. Now go on Netflix, go on whatever friggin', outlet has it still, and watch the documentary on all the old fucking billionaires. Rockefeller, Ford, all these guys, okay? They were nothing but fucking conniving fucking murderers. They put people under, they treated people like they were fucking dirt. But
like
we're gonna name a center after them and capsule their fucking life because they were so good to everybody. We're gonna name a center after them. Yet they hurt more people you can shake a stick at.
Right.
And if I can remember the name of the documentary, I will post it.
It was the men who made history, or the men who built America.
And am I wrong with what I just said, Ohio?
Oh no, they were all, and it shows like, Edison. That dude didn't do nothing but steal fucking Tesla's ideas.
Yep.
Pick a fucking lane, asshole, and get out of my goddamn way. Jesus Christ, I hate fucking people.
You just called my name again. Thank you.
You got 3 lanes, and you come up to a light. You got 3. It's one lane that goes into 3 lanes, and you go turn right, turn left, or go straight.
Oh, speaking of Jesus, can I tell you something that's either, I don't know whether it's disrespectful. I know it's highly irritating to me. How's that? But so the church in which all my kids were baptized in, right? My 2 daughters went to elementary school there, Catholic school. And we drive by it all the time. Of course, there's a statue of Jesus out in the thing, right? He's got one arm. One arm. You ready? I'm not talking this happened 6 months ago. I'm not talking this happened a year and a half ago. I'm not even going to say that this happened 3 years ago. This is about 5 fucking years ago. And they still haven't fucking fixed the statue.
Wow.
Reese has got a nice house though, doesn't he?
You know what I'm saying? And it bothers the shit out of me. So I said to my dad, I go, "Dad." So I tell him, and he goes, "Mike, write a letter to the Archdiocese of Boston and say, hey, what is going on? Why can't they get the money they need to either A, replace the statue, or B, fix it, if it's fixable?" He goes, "Maybe you'll get a response, maybe you won't." I goes, "Well, if I don't, I'm going to lose my shit." He goes, "Well, see, that's the whole problem. You can't." I go, "Well, when people email me and I don't email them back, I catch shit. So why can't you know what I mean?" I don't know why does it bother me, irritate me? I don't know. I'm on the fence whether it's disrespectful or it's just irritating as all hell to me.
It seems kind of disrespectful. Either take the statue down or fix it.
Yeah.
And by the way, just for people out there that either A, watching this now or I know what's his name's going to watch this later. It doesn't matter what denomination it is. It doesn't matter what it could have been Buddha, for all I give a shit. It's still disrespectful. You know what I mean? I just think it's wrong. It's just, I don't know. It just
right. But the first thing to do when you mention fixing it, first thing they want to do when you mention getting it fixed is to have a fundraiser to pay for it instead of taking that money that's already been given to that. So they'll want to do a fundraiser and raise funds to do that.
Right.
You can do that too, but do something. At least do something.
No, they should just fix it with the money they already have because they don't have to pay taxes anyway. You know?
I don't know.
It's J Watt.
Hey, J Watt.
J Watt, where the fuck you been, kid? Hey, J Watt, I just watched a video. If you can, right? Jay, what, are you on Facebook? Is Jay one on Facebook?
I'll find out. I don't know.
Dish?
I don't know either.
We don't have PMs anymore on fucking YouTube because of fucking it's not Google.
Right.
What do you call it anymore?
Yeah.
Jay, what? You got my
Oh, no,
email
you got-
address?
You get on Facebook, and the only thing you can see is some CEO having an affair with his HR lady at a concert. You know,
Busted.
it's like I've seen that picture 1,000 times just trying to scroll to look for one
Right.
thing today on the internet.
Yep.
Jay, what? Jay, what?
It's like,
That's
so
my
what?
email address. Email me because no, I can't because I can't. I'm on my phone, Jay Watt. I'm not on my laptop,
Hey, Gunpowder Beauty.
so I can't leave the thing.
Hey,
But I
Gunpowder.
watched the video. And I want you to watch it because it's about Jerry Angiulo and his exodus out of Boston because of Whitey Bulger. I thought you would find that documentary kind of cool.
So you ran him out of town, eh, Mike?
I didn't do it. I don't have that. If I had that swagger and that stick, nope, not me, man. I don't know how people could live that life anyways. I mean, that's a tough
Looking
life
over
to
your-
live.
Looking over your shoulder.
Oh, yeah, you know, and it's like,
You don't get
David-
fired from them jobs. You get excommunicated.
the narrator's telling a story about how this guy walked into a bar and he said he was summoned to a meeting, and the guy says to the bartender here, gives him all his money, gives him his keys, gives him his wallet, gives him everything. Okay. He says takes his rings off, takes his necklace off, and he goes, I got called there for a meeting. I don't think I'm leaving this building alive. He said, just do me a favor. All I ask is make sure my wife gets this. And the bartender just nodded. And the wife got all of it. The guy never made it out of there alive. They found him in a trunk of a car like fucking three cities over.
Dude,
And
if
you know
I-
how
if I
you know
had-
how I handle that situation, don't you?
Yeah, don't go to the
Oops.
freaking meeting.
I ain't going to that fucking meeting.
Yeah, but you're a dead man either way.
No, I'm going to
Yeah,
buy me a tent and a 4-wheel
Let me
drive
tell
and
ya.
be gone.
Let me tell you, the Italians will find you,
Hey, at least you got a fighting chance. So
especially back
you're not
then.
stuck in a
Especially-
room with 12 of them.
Especially back then.
Right. And I mean, come on. All you got to do is go to the country. Most Italians don't survive outside the city limits.
Well, they can't walk in the mud with them slippery ass shoes they're wearing.
Okay, hey,
Right.
assholes. Do you remember them Italian?
Oh, yeah, whatever, dude. You're not real Italian.
Uh-oh. There's fighting words.
And you're not a fucking southerner either, but you sure fucking talk like one.
Yeehaw, baby. Fuck yeah, I do. I say vehicle and biscuits and gravy and
Y'all.
y'all.
You live in fucking Ohio, you meatball.
Yeah, but the rest of my family's from the South. I'm the only one born here.
And he hugged Gunpowder Beauty, and there's a rub-off factor.
Yeah.
Or a
That's
rub in.
Southern-
Or a
Southern
rub.
rubs
You're
off
right.
on
There's,
me.
there is a rub out factor on that one. I don't blame him.
Yeah. It's a,
Rub off.
what they call it when you, honorary. I'm an honorary Southerner.
That ain't hostility, baby. That's being
It's
honest.
like LeBron James. You know, he never spent a day in school, but he got an honorary degree from Ohio State.
Yeah. I think they did that to
everything.
UMass did that for is Craig still there? Meet me outside. You still out here? I think I'm almost positive that UMass did that for Bill Cosby.
Oh boy.
What's that?
Gave him an honorary degree.
Apparently it was in chemistry.
I think
Yeah,
I think Bill
Right.
Cosby has he's got a couple of those too, doesn't he?
I believe so.
What about Jill
Somebody Jill Biden, is her degree honorary? Is she not a real doctor?
Yeah.
No, I think she's I think she got a doctorate.
I don't know. I'm going to have to, let's just unplug and see what happens. Still connected to the car.
Wow, he's getting to be looking more and more like fucking Santa Claus.
Getting a little gray beard there.
Hey, we got to send him a fucking red suit or a red t-shirt or something.
Oh man, yeah, I am gray as can be, man.
Yeah, you are.
Just in case, because I'm going to be carrying shit, I better do that. I don't want to get Mikey in trouble for
Oh, I don't give a shit.
a handgun being shown on YouTube
I don't care about the handgun being shown.
while I'm getting out of the damn car.
What the hell do I care?
Huh?
What the hell do I care if there's a handgun shown on YouTube? What are they gonna
Well, you know, YouTube would shut the chat down or shut the video down if they see a gun or something. You know how they are.
do? You got to be able to say YouTube can kiss my ass. Did I tell you guys I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning?
No.
Oh boy.
I got up at I fell asleep in the chair around midnight, 11:30, midnight, and I got up at 3 o'clock. I go to bed. I go to bed, and I hear this shit under my bed. I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" It's the fucking cat. And I'm like, "Hey, asshole!" I goes, "I got in bed nice and easy, so I didn't sit on you this time." And I go, "Get up here," and he wouldn't, you know. So I pat the bed. He jumps right up. I goes, "Okay, now sit." And my wife goes, "Oh, hi, baby." And I'm like, "Oh, hello there. How are you? How you doing?" She goes, "You know what she said? You ready? You ready?" I was talking to the cat.
Right on.
You
I
turn
know.
right around saying,
Well, I know why you were talking to the cat, because the cat's black.
should have came right back while I was talking to your cat. You know why a guy gets on his knees when he proposes?
Why?
Because he ain't proposing to the woman.
All right, my volume is messed up on this phone, so I want to drop out and I'll come back in on my tablet after.
Yeah, but we can hear everything you're
I
mumbling.
just heard everything you just said.
What's that?
I just heard everything you said.
Yeah, but I can't hear you. I've got my phone all the way to my ear, so I want to.
Okie dokie.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, so I just said, I heard every word you just said. And he said, "Yeah, but I can't hear you." Well, how the fuck did you hear me say that then?
Because I got the damn phone all the way against my ear, asshole.
So that you can hear me.
Yeah, but I can't hear all you guys talking like when my phone is like sitting on the desk. I got it all the way up against
say
my
that,
ear.
numbnuts.
I can hear you. I just can't see your beautiful face.
Well, you
You're
Ohioans
just playing-
are all alike.
You're just playing walkie-talkie.
Yeah. So give me a few and I'll be back.
All right,
10-4.
we'll be here.
Over. What timing? Maybe you let him in, maybe you don't.
I'll give you my Venmo account, Ohio. It's gonna cost you. Oh, telling me about hurry up because I'm on 3.5 hours sleep. You know what that means? I can guarantee you, we will not be here at fucking 12:30.
Gotcha.
Right on.
We probably ain't gonna be here at midnight.
Man, I had a bad case of the nightmares last night. Holy
no.
shit.
Really?
Yeah, whenever I get stressed out, like
Yeah.
a guy telling me it's going to cost $16,000 to put in a well,
Oh Lord.
That's about right.
immediately I start having nightmares. That's how how my brain works it out. So
But unfortunately, Stevie, it's about the going price.
yeah, it was so much a foot, and all
Yeah.
the wells in my area, except for a few, are like 200 feet. It's like,
Yeah.
damn it,
That's
picked
my
the
brother.
wrong spot.
Right.
My brother's 250 feet down. He's in an artesian well.
Oh,
Yeah. But he's had that for a while, and that I think that cost him 10 grand. But he's had it since
forever.
the 90s.
Yeah, I was expecting maybe 6, maybe 8.
Yeah, no. Those
No.
days are over.
No.
Those days are over. Unfortunately. Well, it's like having somebody do your septic system now, right?
Yeah.
It costs. I think it's $1,000 for the perk test, and then I think it's 12 grand for the system. And
I think it cost me $500 for my well and septic test.
Oh, for your perk test, really?
Yeah.
To see if the ground's good enough to your perk test. Yeah.
And I got to hand it to them. They put in the extra effort too. Thank goodness.
Most of the new cottages up here now are this. You know where their septic is? In the basement.
Ugh. Got you.
So what they're doing is they're building it on it using sand and everything else, and they do it a lot around here.
What about the gases coming off it?
Oh, they have the fucking pipe outside.
The ventilator and
Yeah.
wow.
I have Vanessa Kitty.
Vanessa.
Hey, Vanessa.
How the hell are you?
Yeah, so we're not gonna do a well for now till we get rich again.
Stevie, for now, right?
For now.
No, just listen. Do you know any? Are you making friends up there?
Yeah.
You know anybody with a backhoe?
Yep.
Have them dig it, right?
Well,
and then put it. Listen, for now, put a point in it, and then just get yourself a well pump.
Yeah, we got water at 40 feet, but it's got a lot of tannin in it.
Yep.
Which is the shit that turns your toilet brown and makes
that and iron. That and iron, yes.
So I'm going to do a shallow well by hand as a backup system, but to run the plumbing and all that, I'm going to make a rain collection system because I got a metal roof. So I'm just going to gutter it into a big old giant elevated barrel and do showers and you know, wash dishes with rainwater.
So I can force flush my toilet. Don't ask me why there's water in the toilet. There's no water in the sink. In the kitchen sink.
Oh wow.
But and it doesn't smell like sewerage, so it's not. You know what I mean? So anyway, I have a well out front. I have to dig it down a little bit more. But you know what my tank is? You know those plastic things with the tin around them and the big ass cap. You twist it, right?
The IBC totes?
Yeah, those.
The plastic thing with the cage?
You ready? I didn't put this in, my cousin did. I got one of those, and technically I got 2 in the ground because it goes from that to another one. And he's got, I don't know, he's got sand and rock, and some guy brought over a half a load of what is the proper terminology?
Charcoal, coarse sand.
Yeah. Like, you know how we did it? So they're selling
your filter.
Well, they sell it, right. They sell it to farmers and stuff, or people that on the side of the road, people that just want to have, flower pots or something. And so they'll light their fires and they'll keep all the char and shit, and they'll mash the shit out of it with the either the front end loader or the backhoe. And so you'll get chunks, but You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not a powder by any stretch of imagination, but I guess they put that in there. I don't know. I don't know how they did it. I was here, but it's a long story on why I don't know.
Right.
But yeah. So.
Well, that's basically what we're going to do. I'm going to catch the rain. I'm going to make a stand and elevate the tank. And like the toilet and the sink, the cold water will be gravity fed.
Yeah.
And then when you want to run the water tank to take a shower, you just turn on the pump and pressurize it.
Yeah. But what are you going to do in the winter?
That's what the backup well will be for. I'll have to put, hook the pump up to that. We'll figure something out. Or if we have to, melt snow.
How far away is that? The one you're going to dig by hand, how far away is that from the cabin?
Just down the hill.
Is it a long, long way?
No.
I was going to say, you could always run steel pipe right up into the cabin and put your, what do you call it, your kitchen sink?
Oh, the pump.
Yeah, the pump right at your kitchen sink.
Right. Yeah, we have to come up with another way. We could put in a well right now, but we'd be flat fucking broke and couldn't have the money to build the house.
I hear you.
And it really stressed me out having to make that decision. And then finally I just come up with, fuck it. Screw the well. You don't need water to live. I mean, we just now got a refrigerator. Woohoo, we got a refrigerator. So Bambi might be taking a dirt nap this year.
Right. Awesome.
And I'm going to make Susie harvest it.
I'm a firm believer in you go with what works and go with what you can do.
Right on. And it we can't get the water clean enough. We'll just buy drinking water in them 5-gallon jugs.
Yeah. Don't even. Yeah. The 5. Yeah. The big. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got about 7 of those in my front, underneath the front porch.
Right on.
That have been sitting here for 3 years that I won't. It would take forever for me to clean those out.
Right.
I don't know whether I don't know. Right now I'm using a little 2.5-gallon Poland Spring. I got that at the sink to wash the dishes and shit. And she's got it's an electric kettle. I got one at home too. You just put the water in it, plug it in the fucking wall, and fucking boils water in like fucking 3 minutes.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, they work nice. I said to her, "Hey, how about a coffee maker?" She said, "See that kettle? That's your coffee maker." She says, "Why, you don't like instant coffee anymore?" I said, "No, I love instant coffee." I said, "But I'd like to, have a little change every once in a while,
Right on.
Well, it's also nice sitting on the couch smelling that coffee brewing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time to get up and get my cup.
Yeah, you can set the time and blip, here, drop it fucking 6:30. Thank you. That's what we do up north when I go hunting up in Maine.
Wake up in the morning, smell that coffee. Oh, the only thing better than that is smelling bacon when you wake up.
But yeah, it's just so fucking peaceful, and it's just
right. Yep. That's awesome.
Oh, and good news. So far, the solar's keeping up with the fridge just fine.
Oh, nice.
Good.
So now, do you have to adjust your panels at all during the day?
No, I got an automatic thingy. I went ahead and spent the big bucks, and it does it all by itself. Well, I think it was like $500.
I was watching this video
for the system.
I was watching this video, and the guy he he doesn't have the automatic system. So I don't know. This guy's like you. He can, you know. Anyways,
MacGyver.
yeah. So he makes this like swivel on his solar panel stand, and I thought it was to go like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost like flat to vertical, but it's not. It goes like this.
Right.
His house is facing south. He goes, so at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I go out and I go like this. It sets right there.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a, if you face your panels south, you tip them back at a certain angle.
Yep.
And it will get sun most of the day. Now, if you put that swivel on there, you're covering 3 or 4 bases. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You'll get 90% of it.
Vanessa Kitty was wondering what wattage solar panels and how many.
I have 6 100-watt solar panels hooked up by 2s. So I daisy chain 2, 2, 2 to make up 6, and then run it into my charging system.
Cool.
Okay. And now I have a foolish question. Around here, because we're not not where I am now, at home. At home, you don't see a lot of people with the dishes in the yard. You know where they are?
On the roof.
On the roof.
Yeah.
So, without trying to be a total idiot, right? Which is a cool idea, obviously, right? You cover a whole roof, and you're getting, you know, especially again if your house is facing south, you're winning, right? But what happens if you need a new roof?
Or one of your solar panels goes out, and you got to go up there and get in the middle of them and change that one solar panel.
That's the only. You know what I mean?
If
are they bolted? How do you mount them on the roof? I mean, I drive by them all the time. I just, you know, I can't stop. You know,
there's a bracket that goes on the roof like a channel iron system.
Yeah.
And then they clip onto that, you know, on the edges.
But how do you get the snow off? Because these roofs are fucking. You ain't using no 20-foot fucking snow rake.
Yeah, right. Usually a solar panel, because it's black, as soon as that sun comes up, that snow will start sliding off them. But I've noticed, and I've really been paying attention because I'm on solar, most people that have them on the roof, when they go bad, they quit using solar.
Really?
Yeah, you see people with solar panels all over on these cabins and stuff, and you can tell the solar panels aren't working. They're all dingy and dull and messed up. And with the portable system, I can just walk out there 5 minutes. I can change a panel.
Right.
Plus, I can also dig it up and move it back to the real house after we get it built.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I got to take out 6 or 8 bolts, pour another little pad back there, and then I'm all set up.
Well, that's cool.
And off the top of my head, Vanessa, I don't know all the wattages and stuff. I know I got more wattage, higher watt converters and chargers than what I need right now, because eventually I'll probably get 6 more panels and I can just tie them right in.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I didn't want to have to buy, most people buy a small system and then they got to buy it all over again to enlarge their system. So I just went with big to start with. I got a 6,000 watt converter, which should handle a well, a refrigerator, a microwave, the fan on the furnace. It should handle everything if I add more solar panels. And probably more batteries too, to give me more days.
Right.
So I bought it with the plan to expand. Ooh, I made a rhyme. I do it all the time.
And it does your lights in the house, obviously, too.
Ta-da.
Right on.
Hey, what's up, kid? How you been?
I know
I'm
it's like we caught up with the 19th century. We got a refrigerator.
Oh, speaking of the 19th century, guess who I was thinking about the other day? And I said, let me try one more time to text this man, and let's see if it'll go through. Anybody remember? Sass Green, 13th man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right on.
And so I'm sitting it right before I went into work the other day. Hang on, Ohio's back. Is he up?
Nope.
That's what she said.
At the stage.
There he is.
There he is.
So I said, I'm sitting there, and I got to try. It's been on my mind because it just has been. Anyway, I go, hey, is this thing working? And he goes, cheers from here's my friend. How are you? And I'm like, yeah, it fucking worked. So I was chatting with him for a few minutes. So that was cool.
Right on.
You know, I was pleased. I think I'm gonna try to ask my two favorite daughters if one of them can take a Friday off, and then one can take a Saturday off, and then I was going to ask my wife if she'd get out early, and I think I'm going to try to go north and go hunt.
Nice.
A good idea.
I'll leave Thursday. If I leave early enough Thursday, I can make the afternoon. Well, to make the afternoon hunt, I'd have to leave around 10 or 11.
Now, how long a drive is that?
It's supposed to take me 3:20, but I do it in 3:05, 3. So, yeah. I mean, because the speed limit, once I hit Maine, the speed limit's 70. So, that means I'm doing 90. I mean, it's not good for the gas gauge, but and I don't drive like an idiot, it's 3 lanes. Once I go through Portland, which is a decent sized city in the state of Maine, once I go through that, it's 2 lanes. And people, the difference up there than down here is that if you're in that left lane, for some reason, cars are always paying attention and they just move over. So I can go, 40, 50 miles at 90 miles an hour. You know what I mean? So I'm making up all that time.
Right.
And even the back roads, once I get off the interstate, even the back roads are 40, people are doing 55 down them. You know what I mean?
Right.
60.
Just watch out for the damn moose.
So, well, that's the whole problem, right? So it's like you got to watch out for moose, deer. It's just
Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Speaking of Sasquatch, how do you guys like that AI Sasquatch jokes?
Yeah. What do you call it? Oh no, wait. You mean the Sasquatch? Oh yeah. The Sasquatch guy on Yeah. I like him, and I like the 2 gorilla guys.
The wisecracker.
Yeah. Mikey, make sure you put together a written plan of where you'll be, for the rescue team.
That's from Vanessa, right?
No, that's from Jay Watt.
Oh, damn, Jay Watt, you're on it.
Well, this fucking kid don't forget shit.
We all know he loves you.
He don't forget shit. But yeah, so I'm gonna ask my daughters and wife to do that. I've been hashing it in my head, and I'm like, am I an asshole for asking? Am I
No, you're not. Everybody needs some brain time.
Right.
So, I'm obviously not leaving the day after Thanksgiving like I used to, and coming home. I'm not up there for 10 days like I normally am.
Right.
But,
there is absolutely nothing wrong with it.
I don't know that I gotta test the waters. We'll see what happens.
Well, after the day you had the other day helping all them people out, she should be like all over
Right.
it. How's all the projects coming, Ohio? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That good, huh?
You just sound like Joe Biden.
I'll tell you what, man. Just the other day, we had the biggest debacle. At the same time, okay, so my son was coming to Michigan, and he drove all the way to Michigan, and
Why?
he went to a concert, Primus at Freedom Hill.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he stayed at my brother-in-law's house. Him and my niece. My niece went with him. They went up together. So I felt a little bit better because she's 22 years old. She's just graduated college. She's traveled to New Zealand and traveled all over the world. So I trust her when it comes to traveling over my son. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little savvy.
She's a little bit more level-headed than him. But what's funny is like they're both on the spectrum. She's got Asperger's, but she's in charge. You know what I mean? It was like we got to be here at this time. We're gonna do this. We're leaving at this time. So she had his ass in mind. So little structure for him. But
Freedom Hill's kind of out of the city. It's not too bad.
Yeah, he said it was really nice area though. It's up north of the city is like really nice. But he said so they were going to take my wife's car, right? And my wife was going to take his Jeep to work. Well, his Jeep, the exhaust like jacked up, so we needed a new exhaust. And I was like, man, I don't want him driving this Jeep, because kid's got long hair. It's all he needs, to get pulled over by a cop, and they're going to hammer him. Because when he was in that accident, the cop, she didn't even talk to him or anything. She just seen him and just was like, didn't take a statement or anything, just assumed it, long haired kid was flying in the car, even though he pulled out of a parking lot and she slammed into him, So he got, stereotyped really quick. So, especially in this town we live in, they're crazy here. But, so
he didn't pull up my dad's law enforcement card on her.
You know what? He doesn't do that. But what I did was I went ahead and got all the dash cam and the body cam, just in case, because what we noticed is he got charged. I mean, he pulled out in front of the lady, but he wasn't flying. He didn't see her because why he didn't see her? Because it was 9:30 at night. It was raining and she was door dashing. And guess what? She didn't have on her car.
Her headlights.
Her fucking headlights. Yeah, and that is proven by the cameras.
Right.
But he still got ticketed for failure to yield.
Right.
So I'm holding on to that shit just in case they decide they want to sue and say, "Oh, my neck" or some shit like that. Like, you have your fucking headlights on, bitch. So so his car was in the shop his Jeep was in the shop getting braked. My wife's car, he was going to take it, but then no, he was getting exhaust. My car needed brakes. So
please tell me. You didn't take your car to the shop, did you?
No, me and my brother-in-law.
All right, good.
But here's the thing. I should have just taken it to the shop. It would have been cheaper. And it would have been done in 3 hours and not 24 fucking hours.
What kind of car do you have? You still got the Hyundai?
No, I got a Chevy Equinox.
Okay, so got the regular disc brakes.
But they got the electric parking brakes on the back discs.
Okay.
And
you had to do all four?
Yeah, I did all four. And so he had to disengage that parking brake in order to allow the caliper to
Correct.
So they're telling you the only way to do it is if you have one of those things that you plug into your car and then you set your
brake to service mode, and then it will retract, and you can take it off, and then you have
That's
to put it back.
horseshit.
That you can do it that way, or you can do it with a battery, and you can hook 2 wires to the motor on the electric motor on the brake caliper, and it will retract, and then you can do it, and then you can switch the wires, and it will push it back in. Or
Why can't you use a C clamp?
Because it's got an electric motor on it, it won't allow you to push it in. You can't use C clamp on these new cars.
That sucks.
You can't. Yeah, you can't. You can't force it in because there's an electric motor on the back of that when you engage the parking brake, motor goes and it turns the screw and it pushes the caliper.
Why is the caliper electric?
It's the parking brake. It's got electric parking brake. You don't push on the pedal anymore. You just push a button on the dash, and they go zzz, and it's got a motor on both back calipers.
So
when you push that parking brake,
okay,
the motor squeezes the calipers and locks the rear brakes.
So why? All right, I'm not being funny. I'm being dead serious.
Right? Yeah.
So you had to you did all 4.
Yeah.
The ones in the back have the electronic brakes.
Yes.
So why can't you just hit the button on the fucking thing and have them decompress?
It won't do it. It doesn't do that way. You have to either, and then the way we did it, we took the motor completely off, and then you put a drill bit in the hole, and you use your drill and you retract the caliper, and then you do your brakes, and then you tighten it back up, and then you have to put the motor back on. Well, there's the problem. Once you go to put that motor back on and the caliper's on the on the discs,
yeah,
there's not enough room to put the screws back in the motor.
Oh,
Because engineers are great.
But I'm still confused because if it's not if the emergency brake's not applied, right?
it must go on when you turn the car off.
It goes on by itself. It's automatic.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that! I would clip that fucking wire at the dashboard.
Well, then you wouldn't have no brakes at all.
Out of here!
Yeah, it's all controlled by that.
Get the fuck! I would find that wire right underneath the dash, and I go just like this. Clip.
And then use your feet.
Goddamn.
No, it's only an emergency brake. Listen to me, Steve. You guys know this. It's not like I'm telling anybody anything new, and you can make your own out of a fucking 4x4. If you're gonna park on a hill like this, turn your wheel like you were talking when we were getting our permit, right?
Yeah.
Chalk your back tire, and they're never gonna roll.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a hassle. It was a pain in the ass, right? So
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fuck that.
But here's the thing. My brother-in-law is like,
careful.
He lives on energy drinks, caffeine, and rage.
Oh, I like it.
God.
I like it.
I've never seen the guy eat a meal in the past 5 years. He just eats like he'll eat an orange and some beef jerky and like a fucking hot dog.
That's awesome.
And he'll go for like 3 days without eating again. And he's just like, but he is like, yeah, it was.
That should have killed you after a while living like that.
Yeah, it was. Let me tell you, it was an experience. And then,
low hyper.
Yeah. So, but then, we're dealing with those trees. I had a guy come today or yesterday, and he's telling me I need. This tree has to go look at it, blah, blah, blah. It's got the split in it and there's moisture, and and I'm like, that's cool. That ain't my tree. So, let's go over to my yard and talk about my trees, So I'm dealing with these tree companies, and
some of those guys act like know-it-alls.
I have one kid come out, and I mean, I've got fucking socks and underwear older than this kid, And he walks up and he's just taking pictures of all these trees, and I'm just like, "What you want? You got any questions for me?" He's like, "No, I'm good." And then he's like, "Shoot you a estimate in a few days," and that's been 2 weeks ago. I haven't heard from him since.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that means you guys want to do the job.
Very, very.
So
Yikes.
Yeah,
That's-
you see
how
that
many
big honking nose?
How many trees got to come down?
6.
Oh,
Ooh-wee.
shit! If that are they all? What do they look like?
3 black cherries.
Oh, so they're not tall.
God, I'd love
Oh
to
my
have
God,
that
are they
number.
tall? Yeah, yeah.
How
These
tall are they?
150 feet, 100 feet. I don't know.
Black cherry. Wow.
They're like, if you would take our 2-story house and stack 3 2-story houses up, that's about how
How big
Damn.
around?
high buck.
How big around are they?
The one that needs to go is probably 12-foot diameter, something like that. 8 foot, 10 foot,
Holy
somewhere.
shit.
Dude, 6 trees. Are they all that big?
No. That's the red oak's the big one. It takes like 4 or 5 people to stretch their arms out to get
Yeah,
around.
I had a twin oak in front of my house growing up. We had my basketball net on it, and about 8 feet up, it split, into another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the bottom trunk was same thing, man. You couldn't. You needed.
Well, the red oak a couple years ago, one of the big branches
Let go.
fell and it split, and it like split right down the middle of the tree. So, and then it broke off.
So
They took care of that because that was an act of God and it fell on the neighbor's property. So
the black cherry is big, and the
there's
red oak
3
is
black
big.
cherries. There's 3 black cherries, and they're all like, I don't know, probably 4-foot diameter around or whatever. They're big cherries. And then they're really tall. And then there's a maple that needs to go. And then, so the
Right.
red oak, the 3 cherries, the maple, red oak.
Might be
cherry,
cheaper
the
just to move.
So
And then there's another, I think there's a sassafras or something like that. There's like 2 trees they're going to take down just to get rid of it.
you're looking at four. If the prices are the same out here than where you are, you're looking at $4,000.
Oh, I'm looking, dude.
4 would be cheap.
4 would be cheap for just the one tree. I'm looking at $5,000 just to drop them.
Usually
Not
most
even
guys
do anything with them, just drop them. That's it.
Most
$5,000
guys-
just to drop the tree.
most guys will, if they're taking down that many, most guys won't charge you, $800 a tree. They're going to charge you, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
So-
they got to bring a crane in,
Well, yeah.
but they're going to bring a crane in. And I'm waiting for a price on a couple of these guys still. The one guy, he said, I'm going to check with my crane guy. So the crane guy comes out and says, yeah, I can do it. And then he said, okay, I'll get you an estimate here in a few days. He's an Amish guy. So far he's the top contender because he's the no frills,
Right.
not trying to blow smoke up
And-
my
and-
ass. He's
and
gonna
he
tell me
ain't
what
gonna-
he's gonna do.
I guarantee you, I will bet everything I own. He is not going to drop that wood for that black cherry wood. Oak. He's taking that back with him. He's got a mill somewhere. He's got a mill somewhere. He's going to mill up black cherry. He's going to make furniture out of it and sell it for fucking millions.
Now the thing is, I have a huge. Now the biggest tree in my yard is bigger than all those, and it's a white oak. And you can actually see this white oak in my backyard from the next town over. When you come across because there's the 2 towns butt up together, and when you come across where it says you're now entering that other town, you can look up the hill and you can see our tree. It's the biggest tree around. It's huge.
Wow.
And everybody's like, oh man, that white oak. And the one kid's like, that white oak needs to go. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. There ain't nothing wrong with that tree. He's like, it's pretty close to your house. And I was like, well, I know how much it's worth. It's worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars because it's so big. It's huge. Stevie, you would probably bust a nut as soon as you've seen it,
It don't take much anymore.
So the one kid was like,
those aren't leaves on that tree. They're dollar bills.
yeah. The one kid said, man, you know how much I could get for that tree? I said, yeah, I do. And I said, and I'll make you a deal. I said, I'm not attached to the trees. I really ain't. I'm not. So, you want that white oak, you take it, but then you take the rest of them.
Right.
You can have that white oak because I know how much you're going to get out of it.
Right.
You're going to make a killing off of it. So why don't you just go ahead and take those other trees? And he's like, let me think about that and I'll get back with you. So if I can get him to take that white oak and do the rest for free, yeah, I'm all over it.
If he did it right, he could cut all those down for free and make a killing. That cherry is worth
Black
good
cherry.
money.
That's what I'm saying. That fucking
The red oak is worth good money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to make millions. I'd let the fucking Amish guy do it.
Well, the one guy gave me an estimate. He said 5 if I drop it, and he goes, and I'll cut it in manageable pieces. That way you can split it.
Yep.
For $5,000. He said, but it's going to cost you 13 for me to haul it off and do the stumps and stuff. And I was like, damn, that's a lot. 13 grand's a lot, man. Not 1,300, 13 grand. That's half of a car,
Yeah,
bro, that's less than what they want for my well.
Yeah, well, but then the Amish guy said, oh man, he goes, no, he's like, I'm not going to be anywhere near that. He's like, I'm way below that. He said, plus, he's like, I will haul for you, but he goes, most people want to keep some of it. Would you want to keep some of it? And I said, yeah, for firewood. And he goes, yeah, that's what I thought. He said, so I wouldn't have to haul off as much, but he goes,
keep the oak and the maple.
So, well, the thing is, what we decided was basically what we're going to keep is going to be the stuff that's manageable. He's going to take like the branches, and he's going to chop those up to like 16 inches each or whatever, and then we can split those ourselves.
Right.
But then we could just stack it, and he's going to take the long straight shit, because he's going to put it in the wood mill or the sawmill.
My buddy had a fucking. I go to my buddy's house today. He had a pine tree taken down, and I said to him, "Where the fuck the tree go? It come down in the storm?" And he just shook his head. He goes, "It's old timer shows up with his kid." And I said to him, "I said, all you got is the two guys." He says, "I was going to move the cars for the crane." And the guy looks at him and he goes, "Crane?" He goes, "No." He says, "The crane will be here as soon as the tree is down. But it's really not a crane. It's more, like a grappler to pick up the thing and put it on the flatbed." He goes, "Flatbed?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "Why? Do you want the tree?" You can take it. You ready? Apparently, the guy has two sons. So the three of them show up. One son's got the belt and spikes, goes up the tree like a monkey. Dad and the other brother. The brother goes up the tree, ties off. Dad and the other brother pulling. And this kid's cutting. And they're talking to each other on fucking radios.
Yeah.
I'm like, no way. He goes, "Mike," he goes, "this tree was down, loaded on a truck in 2 hours."
Wow.
Well, the one guy said that it'd take him about an hour for each tree with the crane.
Yeah.
And about 3 hours with each tree if he did it by climbing it. Yeah. I'm like, I don't care how you get it done, just do it. And he's like, it's cheaper if you bring a crane in because you don't have to pay as many people on the ground to be there.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see. We're still waiting on estimates. I'll keep you guys informed on the estimates, and then the flooring. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do with this flooring and
save all the trees and make it in the flooring. You can have cherry and oak and all kinds of fancy shit.
Yeah. So the only thing I do know for a fact that's ready to go is I got to get a shelf, but I got all the stuff ready to go to my family room. Once we get that floor done, we're going to paint first and then put the floor in, but we're going with a matte black on the fireplace. We're going painting the bricks all matte black. And then I'm going to put in I got some certain panels that match a certain movie that go on each side of the room with lighting in it. Then I'm going to have the shelves with all the Star Wars helmets on it.
No, sir. Cool. Really? I never.
Yeah. So then, once that's all done, I'll start doing my live. Doing my sitting in there and doing the lives from the Star Wars room.
Cool.
The Star Wars / Evil Knievel, because I got my classic Evil Knievel. I'm gonna display that sucker someplace, man. You can't just have one of those Evil Knievels that you crank like that goes and jumps ramps, sitting around collecting dust in a closet. It's got to be out forever for the world to see, you know?
That's epic. Hell, have Evil Knievel give Darth Vader a ride.
Yeah.
What do they call them things the Ewoks ride? The little them scooters, space scooters.
Yeah.
Snowmobiles in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we've kind of decided what we're going to do with like the downstairs, pretty much. Kitchen, that's a different story. We're trying to figure out. We're deciding if we're going to take a wall out or actually we have a half wall that's got those spindles in it that separate the living room from the kitchen, and we're thinking about either taking that wall out and opening that whole area up, or taking those spindles out and closing that up and closing that room off a little bit more, and then we'd have a place to hang the TV on the wall, because we don't have a wall to hang the TV on in that room.
Got you. Shit gets a little overwhelming at times, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It gets, you're just trying to, and you're trying to plan ahead, and it's like tonight's the first night I came home and there was dinner. It's been like, because our kitchen's been in such an array, we've been eating out or going out or what, or
Takey outy
pizza or something, just something heating up shit in a microwave. We haven't had a real good cooked meal in a couple of weeks because the kitchen's all, you got to figure.
All your cereal and your silver is all in boxes somewhere. Hey, I've been there.
You got to figure though, it's like we're trying to get rid of her parents' stuff to be able to use our stuff.
Right.
Okay.
So, we got two families, we got part of the garage cleaned out. Our goal is because we have a storage unit. So we had the garage and the basement and a storage unit with most of our stuff in it.
Yikes.
And we just use theirs, like we use their dishes, their silverware, their cups, and my wife, since they're gone, rest in peace. It's time for us to, her parents are both gone. My dad passed away. My uncle, that was like basically my mentor my whole life, he passed away, all within a few months. So we need to do something for ourselves. We need to make this our lives.
It is time to bloom.
Yeah. So we got to work on us as a family and concentrate on what we want to do as a family instead of taking care of other people, because I know it's coming again, because my mom is, she's pushing 70 something. And
well, there you just trade your mom houses. You move out to the boondocks and let her come into town.
Oh my God. You know what though? I have no problem with my mom coming here and staying with us. I mean,
no, I'm saying switch houses with your mom.
Well, what are we going to do about my stepdad?
I don't know. He's a stepdad.
That right there is the problem. I don't want to live with him, and I'm sure my mom don't even want to live with him anymore. I don't think.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. You guys move to their house and let them move to your house.
Oh,
switch.
No way. That house, there's too much to do there. I mean, there's stuff to do here, but there's way too much to do at their house. They haven't done anything yet to it. They haven't replaced a roof or windows or siding or anything, and they built it in 2000, so it shouldn't be that bad, right? You would think. But no, with these newer products, how they make shit, the windows are basically cracking out.
The early 2000s had a lot of shit materials. Yeah, that's when they were using like particle board outdoors as trim and shit. They would paint it with the new Miracle coatings.
It's the soffit. The soffit is made out of that shit. It's like, really?
Yeah. They sold people on it. Oh yeah, well, no, this this coating will never fail. It's real
Yeah,
wood.
it'd be good
Like
for.
bullshit.
It'll last 100 years. You know.
Yeah,
and
bullshit.
three winters and it's done. You know.
Yep. The UV kills that coating, whatever.
If I had the money to do whatever I want, I'd build me a damn metal house or a barn or like aren't you making a barnuminium? Yeah, that's what
Yep.
I'd do. Fucking, I'd put me up a big ass pole barn and put me an apartment or a little house inside of it, or even just fucking make it big enough to where I can back up a damn camper in there. I'll live in a camper if it was just me. I wouldn't give a shit.
I don't do campers well.
You could back a camper into a pole barn and hook it up to electric and get like a big propane tank that goes behind the, back in the backyard, run the line up.
Yep. That's
Then
the
you can
plan.
get up out of bed and put on your nice house slippers and step out of your camper and see your 15 cars and your 4 trucks and your 15 motorcycles and your 13 4-wheelers all in your fucking barn. That'd be great. And your boat, you got your speed boat, your ski boat, your bass boat, and your pontoon boat all right there.
Well, if you did it right, you put the camper in the middle and have a little dirt track all around the outside on the inside.
Oh yeah, like a go-kart track.
There you go.
MCK
in the house.
Good to see you, Mick.
Yeah, the only mistake I made is I should have got camouflage metal instead of red and gray for my house. I should have at least got the anti-laser green roof. But I didn't.
As long as your roof's not blue, you'll be fine. Remember in Hawaii, all the blue stuff burnt down, nothing else burnt down, just the stuff that was blue?
Yeah. I was thinking about putting like 5 layers of tin on the roof though, so the mortars would go off before they penetrated.
You know what? I seen something the other day, and it was they were talking about solar panels, and they were showing all these solar panel fields, and then and the shit's not doing shit. It's barely enough. But if you want to have the solar panels, quit taking our fucking fields. Quit putting solar panels out in fields. If you drive by and you see them, it's a solar panel farm. Acres and acres of these solar panels just destroying the land. Put those things on top of every parking garage, every building, every stuff like that. They're already there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Especially like those apartments that have like the carports, and it stretches out and it holds like 50 cars under one carport, like it's across the street from. You put solar panels on top of those. Yeah, leave our land alone, man. That's
true. The thing is, have you ever seen you'll see the solar panels out in the field, but you won't see any big electrical box that runs it into the grid. Have you noticed that?
Are they usually underground or something?
Why would they put those underground in the solar panels above ground?
I don't know. I mean,
there's an obvious reason.
Well, solar panels need to be above the ground.
You see no transformers or nothing. So how are they running that juice into the grid?
Yeah, where are they putting it to?
Where's their converter?
Don't most of those work like they go to a battery type thing though?
They put out DC, direct current, which needs to be converted into AC to go into the power grid. I have never seen a transformer next to a solar panel field.
And you know what? Up here near Cleveland, we have a big, huge windmill. Huge.
Huh.
And it's right next to the stadium and the science center. And I've lived here for 11 years. And I have not once seen that thing fucking turning.
Yeah, they're a fallacy.
It's been straight. It's never moved. It's just sits there. It doesn't produce anything. Doesn't
Yep.
do a damn thing. And they're like, well, it's got issues. But you know how much oil and hydraulic fluid and everything it takes to run one of those
Fiberglass.
fucking things?
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit ton.
Well, and then you think about it. They want to put those all over the place. Well, how do they get them there? Oh, you got to haul them out on big trucks running on diesel, right?
Right.
And then you got to use machines to level the land that run on diesel, right?
Yeah.
And then you got to use cranes and stuff to put them together and install them that use diesel, right? I mean,
Plus,
you're
keep
trying to
all the
get away
trees.
from fossil fuels. You're using more just to put those damn things up in the air.
Plus, you can't just let the fields go wild. You got to mow all the trees down and shit constantly. Here's an idea. Why don't they make the propellers of the windmills out of solar panels? So you get double the oomph.
You know why they don't do that? Because it doesn't work. That's why. That's why. It's why they don't do it.
I think
Well, they don't do a lot.
I think solar is awesome on a personal small scale.
It could be awesome on a bigger scale as far as privately, like if a company wants to try to run solar on their company, or a small town decides they want to do something and give discounts to everybody with solar. You know what I mean? Because I've seen that and that works. Everybody gets, they put a couple solar panels on their roof, they get a discount on electric because they're giving back. You know what I mean?
A lot of places quit doing that. They outlawed it in
because they
some
lost money on
places.
it. That's why, because they lost money. Well, look at the places where these people went and they decided to run off solar on their small home and stuff, but then they got fined because they disconnected from the city's electric grid.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you have to have electric. I have electric. It's just I'm not buying it from you. But then but that ain't happening. They're going to put you in jail and everything else,
Right. Well, they try to say, well, it's for your safety. You need a backup system. That's the first thing they told me.
Here's my generator then.
when I told the lady I was going to use wood heat in my house, and I already have plans to have a furnace as a backup. But she said, oh, well, you got to have some kind of backup system. What happens if you leave for a week? It's like, hey, dumbass, I'll drain the pipes and this, that, and the other, and I'm not leaving the dog home. But I am going to have a furnace as a backup system.
Or Susie.
I don't want to heat the whole house with wood. I'm just going to heat like the living room, kitchen area with wood. And then I'll run heat ducts into the bedrooms and bathrooms and stuff. Because otherwise you're fucking working your ass off 24/7.
Yeah, I lived in a house that had nothing but, it was just a wood burning stove is all we had. And, you get those really cold nights, man, in the wintertime, you get a big storm or something, you are not getting any sleep because you got to keep putting wood on that fire throughout the night.
Yep. Unless you get a super efficient stove, but then you're cleaning the stovepipe all the time because it creates creosote.
Yeah.
That's the problem with our wood stove now. It's so efficient that it clogs the chimney in a heartbeat if you're not on it.
Well, you know what I did? The way the house was set up, it was weird. It was like you had your wood burning stove along this wall, and this was like the living room and the kitchen area, and then the bedrooms were behind it. Like you had to go around a corner in the hallway, and the bedrooms were behind that wall. So the one bedroom, the wall was warm. You could feel it. You get heat because, the only thing on the other side of the wall is that wood burning stove and everything. So you get some heat in that one room, but the other bedroom and the bathroom were like freaking like an ice cave, man. And what I did is I went to Lowe's and I bought those industrial fans, the smaller ones that like a floor fan that are all metal, everything, even the little silver bar that holds it on the floor.
Yep.
And they're loud as hell. You can't hear the TV when you got it on because it's like. But at night, man, I would plug one of those in and I would set it behind the stove, blow it towards the kitchen, and then in the kitchen, I had another one blowing down the hallway towards the bedrooms.
Yeah.
So I'd blow it to the kitchen and blow it from the kitchen, and that worked. I swear to God, it worked. We heated the house like that for probably 2-3 years.
What are you
Right
blowing?
What?
What are you blowing? This is a family chat.
A tranny? Blow a tranny?
I said that to my father today. I said that to my father today. I said, Dad, you know what sucks? You can't even say fucking, geez, I blew a tranny today. And he goes, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, that definitely means something different now than when we were younger.
You know?
Right.
Oh, I got to put some oil in my tranny. It's just, you know, check this. Where's the dipstick to the tranny? It just, you
just can't win.
You can't, you know. The shit that we used to get away with saying. Oh. I'll go up for a cigarette. I'm sorry. Say hello to I had to say hello to my friendly raccoon. He comes and visits me. I got a friendly raccoon comes and sits on my deck.
Oh, cool.
And I also have my cousin who, like I told you, she's, you know, whatever, 20, 30 yards that way. She's got 4 owls in her yard.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And oh my God, the racket they make. And then one of them she'll sit on her deck, and one of them will sit on the railing. I go, you should just get one of those fucking. I said, you should just get one of those fucking what do you call it, gloves, and get a fucking hunk of fucking steak, and you know,
Right, that'd be cool.
You know, but I took a picture of it. I'll send it to you guys on a text.
Okay.
I took a picture of it last weekend. I'm like, holy shit, there's an owl. She's all, no, there's 4 of them. I go, no, there's one right there. But
what
he
they
eats
have
all
a nest or something?
I don't know, but they eat all the mice and the chipmunks. So I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, buddy.
Hey,
So-
Stevie. Oh wait, hang on. I thought Dish was checking her phone or message.
I was going to.
I was just going to tell Stevie to pay attention to your face when you read it.
Okay.
When I what?
I sent you and Dish a message, and I just was going to have you look at Dish's face when she reads it.
What am I, purple?
Well, it's about you, so yeah, we can't let you know.
Oh, it's about me. That's
No,
nice.
I'm just kidding. No, I don't have. You're on your phone right now, so I can't be sending you stuff. You won't be able to see it.
Yeah, I'll get the notification. I'll see. I can read it for like 5 seconds as long as it's not a paragraph.
It's a picture meme thing.
Oh.
Here, I'll just
Because it comes across the top.
It was just funny because I came across it real quick. It was like on Facebook or something, and I was like,
across the top of my phone.
I'm sending it to Dish.
Oh, I thought you were sending your annual dick pic again.
No, come on, work.
We're just
There
a
you
family
go.
show. Can't be worse. Hey, let me tell you something. The picture can't be worse than Roll Tide. Ain't nothing.
That's right.
Nothing in a million years ever beat that fucking meme.
You guys were talking about trainings and stuff, and Gunpowder said, I don't look for the dipstick. I look for the Adam's apple.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. Fucking people today. Oh, speaking of people today, I have a certain almost 19-year-old that if she makes it to 19, it's going to be amazing. Because her father's just going to, you know. She says to me, I said, she goes, Dad, what's up with the electric tape on the Band-Aid? I goes, well, it keeps it from sliding off and everything, you know. And she goes, what did you do? I says, dumbass, I decided to rake and I didn't use a pair of gloves, so I got a nice, good-sized blister on my thumb. And I said, the problem is that I knew it was there, and I just kept raking. I says, and then I looked at it, the skin was Yeah, I mean, it was only hanging on by a thread, so I ripped it off.
Nice.
And she goes, "Oh," she goes. I said, "So it kind of." I said, "It doesn't even hurt; it burns." You know. I said, "So I'm just keeping it clean with peroxide." And she goes, "Well, did it bleed?" Well, she's making a little baby face. She's, "Oh, were you bleeding?" And I go, I really don't care about blood." And she goes, "Yeah, try being a girl."
Oh, cute.
Dude, my jaw hit the fucking kitchen floor. I look at my wife and I went, "Talk to her." And all I can see is the back of my wife's head going like this.
And now they're ganging up on you.
Oh, my Jesus H. Christ.
That's hilarious, Ohio.
Well, so far so good on my tick bite. No ring rash.
Good.
So
Mikey, so just sent me a message and she goes, "Hey man, you know, you want to see something? You send me something." She said, "I want to see something. Send me a dick pic." So I sent her this.
I sent her one years ago.
Yep.
Ohio.
I had a picture of a guitar pick that looked like a dick, and it said "dick pic" on it.
I sent Ohio. I sent the
Nope.
pictures. I don't know if he's Ethiopian, African, whatever the hell he was. But it was like he was from an Indian tribe. Or whatever. What's the word they use nowadays? Anyway, it was like, I don't know if it was part of the culture or not, but he had it all bandaged up. Right, I swear to God, no word of a lie.
Junk.
Yeah, yes. Yep. And so I sent it to Dish. I goes, "Here, we've known each other long enough. Here's my DP for you."
Yep.
And
she said, "That one's no good. It's broken. Look, he's got a cast on."
And I'll never forget. I said to my wife. My wife says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Sending Dish a dick pic." She goes, "Excuse me?" And I go, "Babe, for Christ's sake, look at this photo." She goes, "Oh, honey, that ain't yours." And I'm like, "No shit, Sherlock."
Yeah. Shit. Sorry. That's another thing. I gotta go to the doctor. My wife's making me go to the doctor because I'm forgetting to go to the doctor. I'm forgetting how to do shit. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's affecting. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's stress related or what, but you could tell me something and I'll walk in the other room and I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. The anti-vaxxers are calling it a brain fog.
Well, Ohio, don't get nervous, but if you can hide your own Easter eggs or wrap your own Christmas presents, that's when you should start getting nervous.
It's because you got 100 irons in the fire right now, bro.
No shit.
Yeah, I know, but I did hide all those Easter eggs and forgot where I put them.
You'll find them eventually when you smell them.
By June, the backyard smelled like you would not believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
blame it on her.
I was getting ready to say something what we were talking about, and it just flew out of my mind, and I cannot. I'm sitting here trying to think, what were we talking about? I can't remember what we were talking about.
Is that all you're worried about, bro? Welcome to after 40.
No shit.
Well, I'm talking. I mean, it happens constantly, though, man, and it's like the thing is, there's been some serious decision making process that was done that I forgot about, and like kind of fuck things up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get a notebook.
Yeah.
I got a whole house plus this house plus money, everything jiggling around in there. You think I don't forget what happens sometimes when I go out the door and go to my van and go to get in my van to get something out of it and totally like, why'd I even come out here?
Now, other day I did go into another room and I did remember. I was proud of myself. I remember what I went in there for. So, I mean, it was
Yeah.
the bathroom, but still, I did remember.
When the pee started running down my leg, I remembered
Right.
why I
It's like,
came
oh, I
in
better
here.
get in there, you know? And I don't know. At work, we had this big tub of mints. These ones, the puffy mints.
Oh,
I
I love
hate those. They're
Good.
dry in the middle.
Oh, that's what I like about them.
I don't know. When I was walking by it, when I walked out, I just grabbed a handful of them.
Right on.
The only ones better than that are the pillow mints. They look
Like
like
the little pink
pillows.
and green ones.
Yeah.
I like the little green little bars. What do they call it with the green? No, what's the one that's a little bar about this big? It's in a green wrapper, and then it's chocolate with like green mint
Oh,
inside.
the mint with the chocolate on one side and the mint on the
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Yeah, you get those at the restaurants before you leave when you pay
Right.
your bill.
Right. Those I like.
Are you talking about the old-fashioned peppermint patties?
No. Hang on, I'll just Google it and we'll see.
No, they're rectangular. And they're only about
Rectangle,
this
okay.
big.
After dinner mints. that
They're
you
only
Yeah.
this big.
put on to get at
Yeah.
restaurants.
They're addictive.
You get them at that fancy
And-
Italian restaurant,
Andy's.
Olive Garden.
They're Andy's mint.
Andy's, yep.
What Italian restaurant? Olive Garden.
Yeah, fancy Italian restaurant that might
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, you can't beat their bread when they bring
Oh,
that
you can't.
basket of bread on the table.
right.
No, you can't. You really can't.
You
And you
know
know
what?
what's funny? You know what's funny? Is that I used to listen to, well, I still do, but a sports radio station here in Boston, and they have one of the personalities on the thing. He's like, your idea of fucking good Italian food is probably going to fucking da da da. And what was the name of that restaurant again?
Olive Garden.
Yeah, see, I'm the same way you are. And so here's the funny part. Did you ever watch the show Deadliest Catch?
Yes.
Deadliest Catch.
I never watch it. I know what it is, but I didn't watch it.
One of the captains from that show, his boat, his owner, okay, sells fish to the Olive Garden.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And to Red Lobster.
Red Lobster? Really?
Red Lobster has the best seafood ever. It's so fresh.
I'm telling you, they sell like I'm dead serious. I forget what episode it was, but it was on that TV show.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They probably sell it to the, what the hell is the name of that restaurant?
Red Lobster.
They probably sell it to the Red Lobster warehouse, and then it sits there for 6 months, and then they ship it out to the restaurants.
So where I used to work across the street, there was a bakery. It was like, I forget what brand it was, like the bakery, and then they had some type of like frozen food or flash. What's it called? Flash freeze or something?
Yeah.
Processing plant there or whatever. And what they made there was half of the year they made the breadsticks for Olive Garden. And then the other half of the year they made sauerkraut balls for some other company, because sauerkraut balls are really big around here in Pennsylvania. I don't know if they're big where you guys are at, but
Sauerkraut balls.
Every once in a great while, Ohio, I'll have a it's like I'm pregnant, right? And I'll have an absolute crave for sauerkraut in my hot dog. So I have to go.
I love sauerkraut in a hot dog, but the sauerkraut balls are just basically, sauerkraut that they dip them in some type of batter and they deep fry them.
Oh.
And it's really, so half the year you're smelling Olive Garden bread being baked, the breadsticks, and you're just like right across from it every day, and you're like, God damn, man, what's for lunch today? They're like, let's go fucking Olive Garden. Yeah, we probably ate at Olive Garden that summer probably 3 or 4 times a month because you'd be craving it. I mean, we'd go there and we get it's all you can eat soup and salad and breadsticks or whatever. So
Well,
we would go in and order like the cheapest thing on the menu and get like, the little plate of spaghetti with one meatball or something, and then sit there and eat all those breadsticks and salad and stew.
Right.
remember the flat little candy wafers? They were hard as a rock, but they're wicked flat. They're about the thickness of a quarter.
Like Necco
Necco?
wafers.
Necco wafers. You ready? They might taste good. Those things were made, shipped, and everything out of Cambridge, Mass. Over by MIT for 100 years. And you want a stench? Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh. It's like the fucking weed store behind my house, behind my apartment complex. Dude, it smells like skunk.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit. And they're like, and my daughter's like, yeah, like you never smoked pot before. I go, honey? I says, honey, I yes, your father smoked pot. Yeah, 100%. However, when I was growing up, if pot smelled like that, I never would have smoked it once. Well, why? Why? Because it smells like fucking skunk. You think I want to taste skunk ass? Jesus Christ.
That's because you didn't have the money to buy the good shit back then, Mike.
On the rare times we got the good shit when we were kids, we called it skunk weed.
Yeah, skunk.
Yes. Oh my God.
Holy crap, I actually got a buzz off this.
Oh, there wasn't much weed I didn't get a buzz off of. Not much at all. I'm like that with anything, though. My wife's like, you can't take fucking Tylenol, for Christ's sakes.
Right.
And it's just, oh yeah.
What's that street you go down, Mike, when you take that stuff?
Queer Street. I do. It's fucking stupid. I can't take meds. I don't know what it is.
You would think with all the alcohol over the years in your past that you consume that you would be like super tolerant,
No, you know what I think happened? I think not drinking cleaned out my liver and it just doesn't like it. And it just, boom, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Straight to the brain.
I just,
one of the two worst smells I've ever smelled growing up. We didn't live in town. We lived on the outside of town. But when you go into town, they had a Nestle plant there, like Nestle chocolate bars, Nestle.
Yeah.
Chocolate stinks.
They did cocoa and they did coffee, and oh my God, the town smelled so bad. That coffee.
Yeah.
And there was like a burn off from it when they roasted it, like because you're getting like dry roasted coffee beans or whatever.
To me, strong coffee like that has a little background skunk smell. I can smell it. Like Starbucks coffee, I can smell skunk.
But the worst part of it is you pass that town and go through the nasty coffee smell, and you go into the next town, and that's where the Anheuser-Busch plant was. And that place stinks.
Trifecta.
Like the yeast. Yeah. The barley. It smells like burnt barley.
Smell like a big old funky infection.
Oh, it's nasty. I hated going that side of town.
And the reason the chocolate
somebody was going to go there.
The chocolate place, they have to ferment the chocolate beans to make chocolate. So that's why it stinks.
You want stink? I got the best stink for you. So I'm in this cottage, right?
Oh, he's going to show the pickled eggs.
No, I haven't done those yet. So, this is all messed up because I put the chairs up so the boy won't fucking. Anyway, I'll send you the picture after because I just tried to go dig it up and I can't do it and be on the thing. Anyway, so I come into the cottage. Nobody's been in here in 3 years. I throw the couches out. I throw the fucking recliner chair. I throw everything out. I rip up the fucking rug. The whole, Don't ask me why I did it. I walk over to the fridge.
Uh-oh.
And when I mean black as the ace of spades, I mean black as the ace of spades. And I went, so I said, okay, you bitch. So I didn't pull it out because I'm like, I can't take this fridge out by myself. It's fucking, I'll kill myself. Well, anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. So I duct tape it, right? Well, just the door, the doors into the, and I liked the fridge though, because it had the freezer down, the big drawer for the freezer down bottom. I loved it. Anyways, my brother kept saying, he'd say to the kids, or he'd say that, you got to get that fucking fridge out of there. That should have fucking killed you. I said, well, feeling froggy, fucking leap. I said, because I can't take it out by myself, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, come on over.
So last weekend he said he would help me. Never did. Anyways, long story short, it was on wheels. I get the thing in the pickup truck. Then I duct tape the whole fucking thing. I call my other brother, and he goes, Mike, bring it to my house. He says, we'll get rid of it. He says, I'll take it right to the dump. I said, okay. I got it in the back of my pickup truck with a smoker. And this fucking scrapper guy comes by. And I pull him in, and he goes, is that yours? I go, yeah. He goes, well, he says, judging by the duct tape and the rope, he says, I'm guessing that's food in it. I goes, good guess. He says, I'll take the smoker. I said, all right. I said, where can I get rid of the fridge? Illegally. And he goes, fuck it. Give me $10. I gave him fucking 20. He took the fridge. So
Nice.
He goes, dude, it's not leaking. I go, no. I was looking at my truck. That fucking thing's been in there since Sunday. This is like Wednesday morning. I go, look at my truck. Look at the bed of my truck. Because my brother and I couldn't hook up. He was busy, and Johnson wasn't, Johnson wasn't, he didn't want to come for the ride. And he's like, no, I want to stay here. So I'm like, So anyways, he takes the fucking fridge for $20. He goes, he says, I can't believe this thing isn't leaking and seeping. I said, well, that's why I used the duct tape. I even took the duct tape on the seams so it wouldn't, you know what I mean?
Stink.
No,
it's probably perfectly good.
No, if it did leak, it wouldn't come out.
It's probably perfectly good working order. Except
hey, everybody, say hi to Kay Candy.
Hey, Kay Candy.
Hey, Candy.
She's on Facebook. And a good connection to JWatt, as far as I know.
Who wants a fucking good connection to JWatt?
Getting rid of some of this stuff out of this house stuff. My boys, they were going through some of their old toys from when they were little, and they have action figures and stuff. So we were just, they were going to the stuff that was broken, they threw away, but some of the stuff they were going to try to. We got a place called the Exchange where you can take toys and CDs and movies and stuff like that, pop culture stuff. So they thought about taking it there. And then they were like, you know what? That's just a pain. Let's just put it out on the curb and let, people. So I took pictures of shit and put it out on Facebook. And I had a guy hit me up saying, are the action figures still there? So then right after he hit me up, a girl hit me up and said, are a lot of those toys there? I have like 3 boys and a girl. So I looked at their Facebook pages, She lived a little bit closer than he did, but she had 3 kids, 3 boys and a girl. And let's just say she probably needs help. You know what I mean?
Right.
Probably single mom, stuff like that. I look at the other guy's page. He's got all these collectible action figures and movie stuff. And I'm like, oh, he's going to take my stuff and flip it and sell it or keep it and for his collection. She's going to let her kids play with these toys. So I told him, no, they're all gone. Somebody picked them up already. And then I told her, they're sitting here waiting for you. I'll put them to the side. And she came and got it. We ended up loading her car up with all kinds of stuff. We were just like, here, take this. Take the, she's like, well, so I was like, she's like, I said, is there anything you need? Because we're getting stuff out of the kitchen and all this stuff. So we gave her like a kid's frozen snow cone maker for the little girl.
Oh, cool.
And
nice.
well, And my wife felt kind of bad because this is my wife's house where she lived when she was little. So my wife goes, I've got something for her. And my wife goes into the garage and comes out and hands them all her old Barbie stuff when she was a little girl.
Wow.
And I was like,
Fuck,
you're getting rid
that
of all
shit's
that.
worth
She's
money.
like, it is worth some money, but but you have to find the right person. You know, like my Star Wars stuff is worth money to the right person. I
Right.
just can't say, hey, I got this Star Wars shit here for sale, and somebody's not just going to be like, I'll give you money for that. You know, it takes a special person that wants this shit. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Take a
but my
special
wife
person
was
to
like,
have it.
I would rather have her give her this and have her play with it than have some store try to sell it to somebody or something like that. And I said, it's up to you. And then
Yeah.
we have some furniture that we're going to be getting rid of shortly. And I told her, I said, I'll send you a message when we're getting ready to get rid of it. And she's like, fine, I'll borrow my brother's truck and come get it. So
Cool.
I'd rather see
Cool.
somebody that would use it and needs it than to just give it to.
Right.
And I will not donate to the Salvation Army or Goodwill because they do not help out people. They're a for-profit business.
Yep.
Hang on one sec. Jezzo, how the hell are you, kid? Good to see you, man.
And I also found out Goodwill doesn't wash any of their clothes. They just iron them and hang them up.
Yeah, what do you call it does, though? I worked there. Well, I didn't work there, right? You had to do community service for 40 hours there. Salvation Army. They wash all their clothes.
Do they?
Yep. Yep.
What's funny is we had a couch one time and it had a little rip in it about that big right on the cushion where you put your arm. And they wouldn't take it. They were like, it's got a rip in it. And they're like, I was like, so it's still a good couch for someone who needs a couch. I said, if you guys are just going to donate to somebody, they're like, donate. He's like, no, they want to sell it. We can't sell it if it has a rip in it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And then that's when I started looking at Goodwill and finding out that they hire the
drivers.
they hire handicap people like MRDD people. They hire them and pay them like $2 an hour to work in their stores. And then they scam people on your, you know, when you donate, you get a receipt for taxes. You know, if you want to claim your, like that you gave to charity or whatever, you get screwed over on your taxes, but their receipts are like always like minimal. They don't give you the, you know, what you really should be getting. And they have a CEO that makes billions, you know, and they have executives that make millions. So they're not to help people. They're for business. It's a good scam. Goodwill's got a good scam going on.
My wife used to get me my work pants out of there because I ruined jeans like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, I mean you can find stuff there, but it just you know, the thing is, people are giving it to them and then they're turning around and selling it. You know.
Well, yeah, but they're not going to give clothes away. You know why they can't give clothes away? I mean, they do give clothes away. We have a place in Drake called Katie's Closet, and it's women's clothes and little girls' clothes. You know, anyway from newborn to you know, and that's where I take all my daughter's stuff that they don't wear anymore. I mean, we always wash it first, anyways, but then you know, they're gonna rewash it.
But I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it if you know what's going on. You tell people. Yeah. You know, if you're donating these clothes to Katie's Closet and Katie's selling it, that's an agreement you're in with. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I know.
You agreed to do that. But Goodwill, for the longest time, pretended like they helped out other people. Like, you know, if I donated a couch and somebody needed it, they give that couch to them.
Well, no, they
don't. They sell it to somebody.
It's like the food banks, right? You got people pulling up in Lexuses and fucking Mercedes Benz and fucking.
Steve's seen that in person in Cleveland.
You know, and that's all free. They don't pay. You know, that's all donations. And my mother-in-law volunteers at one up in Maine, and she's like, she got mad because she saw the same fucking Richie Ditty lady fucking, you know, twice a week going, and I'm like, we had a case down here where there was a like a store that would go down to the food pantry
Yep.
grab the fucking whatever they needed, bring it back to the store and sell it.
That's just
So-
like those little
so
mom and pop gun
Well,
shops.
I guess what happened was that somebody noticed this person going in, and then they just happened to go to the store. You know, like whatever, daily, however long it was. But and then because this person volunteered there also, and so then this person came back again. The person in the store comes back again, and then so she called the cops, and she says they're taking food from the food bank and selling it at their fucking store. And the cops like, no fucking way. I mean, that's being a douche.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like
Well,
I just said,
it's like the people going to Walmart with their EBT cards, buying up all the 2 liters on sale. They take it and then they put it in their husband's party store and resell it.
Right.
yeah.
That's a big scam going on right now.
Yep.
Well, those mom and pop gun shops, man. I mean, for years, when we had that crunch on 9mm and stuff back, like right after what was it, 22 and 9mm and 223, you couldn't find during right after Sandy Hook. So it was like right after that, Walmart had an exclusive deal with Federal. There's Federal 9mm, you get 50 full metal jacket, 115 grain, and they come in like a red box, Federal Premium. The only place that sold those was Walmart. But then you go to the little mom and pop shop and they'd have a whole stack of it. And they wanted $16.99 for it. But Walmart wanted $9.99 for it. So they were just going to Walmart and buying. And then I noticed they at the time, because I think Classic and PSA sells them now, but at the time Walmart was the only one selling those Hatfield brand shotguns, and they're made out of turkey and stuff, but Walmart had a deal with them, and they were the ones selling. And this little mom and pop shop had all those Hatfield shotguns on the wall, and they were $100 more than what Walmart was selling them for. And that's the kind of shit I'm just like, no, I don't, and they're like, support your mom and pops, support your local gun shop. Yeah, it's hard to support them when they're fucking ripping you off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. How you weren't here when I said this, but I said we're not going to be here at midnight, and it's already like almost 5 past. Because I've been up since 3. So I hate to do this, but guess what?
It's time.
Yeah, my back is sore because I'm sitting at a kitchen.
That's fine with me, man.
I'm sitting at my kitchen table and I'm leaning and my back is killing me. I'm just gonna hit this cot and hit the hay.
Yeah, I got some stuff I could watch anyway, because the other day I watched my first porn the other day.
No, you did. You're
Your
alive.
first one, huh?
That ain't your first one.
Yeah, man, I was young back then.
Yeah, first one of the day.
Mikey didn't catch it, did he? I said I watched my first porn, Mikey. Man, I was young back then.
Yeah. All right, you guys, listen. Thanks for coming in. J Watt, K Candy, Jezzo, Meet Me Outside, Multi Gunman.
Hey, Multi.
Who did I miss? Vanessa, Gunpowder Beauty.
J Watt.
I said J Watt, didn't I? Oh, fuck
Yeah, but now you said it
Oh,
twice.
we gotta say hi to Uncle Cal.
MCK,
Hey, Uncle Cal.
MCK.
Stump Greenwood.
Oh yeah,
Stump in here?
No.
Stump was in there. You guys didn't fucking tell me?
No, he disappeared.
I didn't even know he was here. I feel like a jerk. What's that?
He usually talks to us until you come on, and once you get on, Mikey, he leaves. I don't know what you said to him or what you've done to him.
He wasn't here, Mikey.
He's on Facebook.
All right, ladies and gents, we gonna get out of here.
Peace.
Good night, everybody.
I thank you guys for coming on with me. And now that
Release the list.
Because I mean, seriously, how many out of all the fucking lives I've ever been on, right? All the chats we've done, and nobody's ever said, "Mikey, where's your headphones?" So,
It's because we know you're on your phone, you silly savage.
well, I know, but I'm just saying.
Plus, we didn't hear.
It's the first time.
Yeah.
It's the first time I haven't had fucking headphones ever on a track. All right. All right, listen, we're out, guys. I'm gonna leave from here.
Okay, dokie.
All right. All right, I'll see you guys. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Ciao.